Hello and welcome to Mycology with John Lothe. In the last video, I shared with you the methods I used to successfully create Agar medium. I'm happy to say that the response was overwhelmingly positive, and I'd like to extend my thanks to everyone who commented and shared their thoughts. It is greatly appreciated. I would also like to share some information that was given to me in a forum post on shroomery.com. Apparently, the 1/4 Agar measurement is overkill. Many others have gotten good results using a fraction of what I was using. So, as a disclaimer and a reminder, I'd like to state for the record that I am sharing what has worked for me, and that I do not intend this to be regarded as an authority on the subject. This is just my take on a formula that I'm still learning a lot about. And with that said, we can move on to part 2, what to do with your newly created Agar jars. A quick recap, in case you missed the first video. Agar medium is a nutrient-rich material which promotes the growth of microorganisms, like fungi and bacteria. The Agar medium we created is one tailored for fungal growth. We used mason jars because they are low cost and easily replaceable. However, any reasonably small, flat container can be used. Just be sure to get one that easily allows you to inoculate and remove the Agar medium once it's been colonized. There are a few different ways to inoculate your Agar. I'll be going over spore syringes in this video. But if you're interested in learning more about the other techniques, let me know and I'll see what I can do about it. The following will be the steps I used to inoculate my Agar medium. Preparing your work environment is step number 1. Here are a few things you should have. Gloves, preferably nitrile, or any other glove that does not have latex or the dust covering. Freshly laundered scrubs or clothes. Paper towels or a cleaning rag. 91% alcohol. A glove box or a still air box. Your Agar jars. A spore syringe. And an aerosol disinfectant. Gather your supplies into your lab. If you do not have a lab, a small bathroom or walk-in closet or a pantry can double as a makeshift lab, so long as you make it sterile. Shut off your air conditioner an hour prior to working, and thoroughly cleanse the area and the air with an aerosol disinfectant, or the equivalent. After cleaning your work surface, put your Agar jars and spore syringes inside your glove box. Then give the air in the glove box time to settle. Pro tip: if your Agar jars are covered with aluminum foil, you can give the chamber a quick burst or two from your disinfectant spray before letting it settle. This will kill anything that may be in the box. After about 30 minutes, the air inside the box should be still enough to begin working safely. Inside the glove box, you'll want to take the aluminum foil off the top of the jar you want to inoculate and expose the injector ports. If your syringe is brand new, fresh from the package, it should be safe to use right away, although it is generally recommended that you flame sterilize before and after each inoculation. For Agar jars of the size I am using, you'll only need a few drops from the syringe to have successful propagation. That's less than one of these little bars. More than that will increase your chances and the likelihood you will see results sooner, but no more than 1 bar would be recommended. You inject the spores through the injector port on the top of the jar. Though there are normally 2 holes depending on how you constructed your jars, you only need to go through 1. After injecting, be sure to flame sterilize before moving on to another jar. This is to prevent cross-contamination. And always remember to label which jars were inoculated with which strains, and the dates you inoculated them on. Once they are successfully inoculated and properly labeled, be sure to keep them somewhere dark and warm. You can even leave them in the glove box if possible, and cover it with a blanket, or in a garbage bag. It should take about 3 to 4 days to see any growth on the substrate. What we are looking for is a white, ropey, or cottony type of growth along the top of the Agar. If you see any discoloration from white, chances are you have contamination. If you do, Play it safe and dump that one in your compost bin. The worms will love it, and whatever fungus you do have growing on it will probably be better for the decomposition process of your compost bin. All of the jars will vary in length of time for full colonization, some shooting ahead of others, and some will even fruit inside the jars. This is particularly useful, as you can then harvest that particular mushroom and clone it specifically. These fast growers are typically prized stock culture for cloning due to their speed and phenotype. Sometimes, some of them grow straight up. For the next video, I'd like to put it to you, the viewer. I've included a poll in this video for what the next one will cover. Let me know by voting or leaving a comment on which of the titles and subjects you are most interested in seeing. And thank you for having a look and a listen.